How to come back from a bad race in 2025. I can remember my worst race to date. It was the New England Championship. I was first leg for my relay. The guys' hopes were riding on me, and I faltered. At a meet where I should have been clocking a 158, a 159, I went in and I clocked a 205. Even though my relay did pick up the slack, it wasn't enough, and we missed medaling. Even though my relay picked up the slack and we still ended up with a PR, we missed medaling by a couple of milliseconds, not to mention I felt like shit. I had just sold an entire relay, and we had nationals 2 weeks later. And now all in my mind was just doubt. Just, could I run too flat again? Was that a fluke? What's going on, right? But then at nationals 2 weeks later, I went in again. I ran the two flat. I did what I was supposed to do for my team. We didn't end up medaling in nationals, but we ended up with a top 10 school time of all time. I didn't PR, but my confidence is back. And I'm gonna give you the strategies that I use to solve it. I'm gonna give you the strategies I used to come back from my worst race ever. Number one, I have to say, is right after your race, or like if you're watching this a couple nights after, for the love of God, journal your race. Like, I know it's fucking painful. I genuinely know it is. If you can find video footage, have video footage, watch it over. I know it hurts to watch. But bro, just you have to watch it. You have to watch it. You have to understand what happened. Because I can remember what happened to me vividly. I got out bullshit. I got buried. And then when I usually move up in the race, the entire field's in a fucking straight line. So panic set in. Not like conscious panic, but unconscious panic. Like, from what my teammates and coach said, I had just panic written all over my face. And I was just like, oh shit. So yeah, not good. But the point of watching over your race and like just thinking about it more is you want to journal what happened in the race, what went good, what went bad, and what could have been improved. I know some of you guys are probably going to be dickheads and you're probably going to write, oh, all this went bad, da 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 da. And then when you're asked, oh, what went good in the race, you're going to be like, nothing. Because it's not like you blinked and you had a shit result. No, there were steps. And there were probably some good steps in there. So you have to find out what were good steps in there. For me, I never gave up during the race. Because being third to the back in a 4x8 and a field of 16, and they're all running like 10, 20 meters ahead of you, it's really easy to give up. But if you don't, you run much faster. So see, that was one good part of the shittest race of my life. But after you're done journaling and like thinking about like, okay, what went wrong, what went good, what can I do better next time? The next thing now is to identify your next opportunity, which for me, my season is over, but I have outdoor to look forward to. And I've already scheduled out the meet in my head. The next available meet for me is either the 9th or 12th of April. So my brain is already like calculating, okay, what do I need to do in the weeks leading up? How do I need to sleep? How do I need to eat? My brain's already going over all that and like trying to implement it into my life. And the final step is just thinking about what was the main thing that stopped you? What was the habit? For me in that race, the habit was my starts. I just couldn't get out. So for like the next 2 weeks of practice, whenever you had a stride, or whenever you had a workout, or whenever you had a speed day, I was working on my start. But maybe it's not a track issue that stops you. Maybe it's something with your outside life. Also try and identify those habits and like go out of your way to like improve or fix them. You might be totally healthy and able to run fast times, but if your mind's all fucked up because your girl is giving you stress, then guess what? Something's got to change. I won't tell you what the best decision is for you, but you'll know that for yourself. And that's my process for coming back from a bad race in 2025. If you guys have any other interesting tips, leave them in the comments.